leagues around the world, and also their first preference when they're playing national colours. Along with him, his partner at the non-strike. In fact, he's going to be taking strike. Devon Conway, 51 games to his name, 127 strike rate. And I remember that 99 not out.
Well, he hit the ground running in international cricket and has gone through a little bit of a lull over the last 18 months, and he would love to find the kind of form he showed us that he was capable of in RPL cricket and international cricket when he first was introduced to the New Zealand setup. Anyway, time to play. Lungiangiri, he'll get things started.
Yeah, he's got a slip. And then the regulation, 4 on the offside inside the circle, 2 on the onside, the 2 men in the deep square, and there is a third, deep third. Play. He'll be starting off from the golf course end. So the leg side will be the shorter boundary for Seifert. Off the mark, New Zealand with that single.
Yeah, tentative push outside at offside. Gets the outside edge down to third man. He's away. New Zealand are away. Tell you what, it's pretty warm out there too. Waiting for the toss to happen, you felt like you were getting a suntan, and that's very rare for the winter months in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah, there was a strong breeze the early part of the day. Now it has calmed down a bit. It was blowing in from left to right from where we are sitting. That'll be the first extras. We spoke about the dimensions of this ground. As a bowler, I was just thinking, what would you prepare yourself as your captain asks you to bowl with an onside 65 meters? That's 78 offside, so you're pretty secure.
I prepare myself with the answer to say to the captain, Skip, I don't think it's a good idea that I bowl to that side. Can you please get me on from the other end so that the right-hander or the left-hander can hit me into the bigger boundary? But that's why it's such an advantage to have left-hander, right-hander combinations, because you've always got someone at the crease who can target the shorter boundary. That's another wide from Lungiangiri, and it's not picked up cleanly. Londra Pretorius. I think there should be a little bit of a better surface. There's a little bit more of a grass covering. And when I say better, I think it won't stand up as steeply because it's not as dry as the last pitch that South Africa played Zimbabwe on. We've seen the one carry through nasty to Londra Pretorius, so we'll have to wait and see how the carry works out as the game goes on.
Gets that pass backward point, can get 2 and will get 2 runs here. That's the part of the boundary or the ground we're talking about. 22s were scored in the game in the first game.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a sloppy start from South Africa. There's a ball that wasn't picked up nicely by Pretorius, and then Brevis misses that. There's the boundary size. As you think of New Zealand, I mean, some of those grounds, I think if 60 metres is their boundary, it's quite a big one. So for them to be having to target square of the wicket at 78 might take some adjusting.
Yeah, I just saw the weight, and it was available in terms of length as well. He swings his bat. That's how Seifert plays. He's deliberately elevated that over that infield.
Yeah, we mentioned there might have to be a mental shift for South Africa, and particularly Lungiangiri, because Zimbabwe weren't trying to do any of this in the first 3 or 4 or 5 overs of the power play in the last encounter that South Africa played. But this one, a little bit of shape. Sometimes you wonder whether you should shape the ball as an opening bowler in this T20 format, because it offers up width. It's the risk you take. You want to try and find the edge, but that one was swinging, width, and too full. That's a better delivery. Conway almost got himself into trouble there. Did you see how far he backed up? He was looking to head for that single. Had to turn around quickly.
Yeah, there was a bit of a trigger movement from Seifert that probably suggested he wants to come in for that quick single. Just that initial start. And when you're bored, it becomes very difficult to turn around 180 degrees and get back. He has a good outing in March 2025 against Pakistan. Was the highest scorer for his side in the 5 T20Is they played. Scored 249. Goes hard at the ball. Strikes it so hard. Jim Seifert.
Lungian Giddy starting at the moment with an 8-ball over. Already 10 off that first one. And you get the impression that this is going to be a different kettle of fish for South Africa. New Zealand are looking to come hard.
Well, that's not going to change. That hot 44 and 577. They're going to change.
That's a good call and a good run. Seifert was already on the move while playing that shot. 11 of the over, 11 for none.
Back to the third. Oh, here's trouble. Oh my goodness, that is comical. 3.5 বছর পর বাংলাদেশে পাকিস্তান। Mohammad Harris, that is absolutely spectacular. দুই দলই ভাঙা গড়ার মধ্য দিয়ে তৈরি হচ্ছে 2026 টি20 ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপের জন্য। 3 ম্যাচের সিরিজ 20, 22 আর 24 জুলাই সন্ধ্যা 6টা থেকে সরাসরি টি স্পোর্টস ও নাগরিক টিভিতে।
That's the New Zealand 11 for their first outing in this tri-series, being led by Mitchell Satner.
Left arm over.
Babaka, he will be having the new ball from the City end. 6 games for the country.
His average and economy rate will be a bit better than that as he goes through his career for sure. Fledgling stage of his international career here for South Africa, just making sure they get this field set right. They don't want to be put under any additional pressure with boundaries leaked in the early part of the over.
The radar has been a bit off. Starts with a big wide.
Yeah, there is the South African lineup. No changes in those top 6. Same 6 as the last match. Mutasami comes in place of the leg spinner Peters. Bosch keeps his place. Kutsia and Paka are introduced in place of Nanjaberger and Andile Similani. And then Lungi Ngidi holds his spot. Yeah, you get the feeling Seifert is in good touch. He's already clearing that front leg. He's already looking to be ultra aggressive. And you think it's only a matter of time before he decides to take one back over the bowler's head or mid-on or mid-off. South Africa have made a change of field. Third man's brought in and they've put on a backward square point.
Point back up.
Yeah, goes through. That will happen in this format and also the way Seifert plays. So first boundary comes in for New Zealand.
Yeah, frustration for Mapaka. He involved a good delivery. You got the feeling Seifert was looking to open up the offside and then was done by the amount of movement back into him by Mapaka. Still manages to get the edge, and would you have it? They bring third man up. Where does it go? For a boundary to that same self position. Into him by Mapaka.